Men out there, I hope you're well. I really do, you know. Men out there, all men, from whatever age, from whatever background, from whatever race, I hope you're well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're physically healthy. I hope your life's progressing in the way you want it to. But most of all, I hope mentally you're feeling good. I hope you're getting the education you need. I hope you're getting the mental health support you might need. I hope you feel safe, happy and comfortable at home. I hope you feel like all your physical needs and the development of you getting older are all being met. I hope that you've got confidence. I hope that you've got a strong heart that's ready to help others. But the most important fact of it all is, are you mentally healthy? Truly, how are you? How do you really feel? And let's not make up lies here. I don't want any of them sneaky buggers sneaking in, you know, them sneaky waffles where you're like, nah, I'm fine, guys. I promise, dudes. I'm perfectly okay. Totally didn't just break up with my girlfriend yesterday. Nah, that didn't happen. Don't want none of that. I want truth and honesty. Because today is International Men's Day. The day where we look at the men out there and see what they really like and respect their needs, their health, and just admire the man as a person. But the most important subject over the last few years has been a man's mental health. Let me surprise you for a second. There was a study done where a good few hundred men and a good few hundred women were asked how open they are about their mental health. They were asked if they ever felt comfortable to approach a mental health professional or even just a friend about how they were truly feeling. Not all the people they asked actually gave an answer that was, you know, conceivable. A lot of it was just a load of nonsense, or they kind of just backed out of it. But for the people who did give a specific answer of, yes, I tell all my feelings to everyone, I always seek professional help, to the people who were like, yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and the people who were like, no, I don't tell anyone anything, I deal with everything myself. Out of all them people, 19% of women who answered this survey said that they felt incapable of being able to seek support. They said they didn't want to talk to anyone, they didn't feel like they could talk to anyone, and they didn't really want to. And they didn't seek mental health professional support when it was needed. On the other side of things, 28% of men within this study, which is quite a proportionate size, also said that they didn't feel comfortable opening up about their mental health. Mental health, the thing that keeps you happy, safe, healthy, and contributes to a lot of your physical well-being. It's scientifically proven that if you have good mental health and good self-care routines and you talk to people, you are at least 50% more likely to not, I repeat, not suffer from a physical health condition in later life. So how do we have so many men in society today, as that study has proven, not talking about their mental health? Not talking to their friends about how they felt about that breakup they had last night. Not talking to their friends about how things are not great at home at the moment. Or how they're not feeling great, how they don't want to socialise, how they feel trapped or lonely. Even if they've got mental health conditions, not talking to anyone about it. Just hiding away and hoping that it just goes away. Today I want to address that issue. I want to give my heart and soul to them men out there and really see through their eyes of how they really feel. But most importantly, encourage everyone that men can talk. Men can be open. Men can express emotion, cry and let it out. But more importantly, men are not them hard wooden bricks, them bulk muscly things that go around the streets doing everything for everyone and never get put down for it. Men are human beings. They have emotions. They have feelings. They suffer. They have problems. Just because I'm a man doesn't mean I can take anything on my shoulders and never be brought down. So let's go through this. Why do so many people in society make men feel like they can't open up? Why do a lot of men feel like this? Today, I'm going to go through it. What's up guys, welcome back to the Focus the Future channel. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. I hope you're all well, safe and happy and striving to achieve. Today I thought I'd jump on the topic of men insecurities, how men feel about opening up to people and generally men's mental health. So if you're interested in all that beautiful stuff, please stay tuned. If not, check the top link in my description to go ahead and learn a bit more about me. But apart from that, let's jump into this video and learn why men are so scared to open up. Now, I've got a question for you. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of the word man or men? Basically the same thing. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Without changing it, without adapting it, when you first see that word, what's the first thing you think about? Now, if I'm truthfully honest and I strip away all my knowledge, the instinctual thing that I think about is toughness. Being strong, being muscular, being able to protect people. Going to the military is something that comes to mind. These thoughts that I know are so wrong, but they're instinctually in my head. I can't help it. When I think of a man, I think of them big muscular people on the ads and the Instagram posts. People who've got muscles out here and look like they've been in the gym their entire life and never seen the day of light. And I'm sure for a lot of people watching this, it's the exact same thing. The first thing you see is a big muscular dude. Tough, strong and powerful. However, the problem is with that ingrained thought, that ingrained idea that men are powerful, tough and strong, is it kinda goes against reality. The reality that not all men, like myself, have got muscles hanging off of them like bricks. Not all men are able to strive for anything in their path and come out non-emotional. Not all men like women. Not all men like sex. Not all men are the same. It's just a fact. But social media, the concepts that are portrayed to us through the internet, put this idea in your head that men are these brick figures and they're not meant to show emotion. Now, luckily, as the years have progressed, we have got better as a society of accepting men in, allowing men to be emotional, to show emotion and to express. But as the statistics at the beginning of this video showed, it's clearly not fully worked yet. Because there's not still a massive proportion of the population of the United Kingdom of men that don't open up. It ruins relationships. It breaks down men's social life. It can even lead some men to suicide. All because they felt like they had to be these brick bulk figures. Walk around in tracksuits 24/7. Make sure that they're hitting the gym at least twice a week. Not showing emotion. When their girlfriend's getting beaten up, making sure that they go around there and give a clobber to the guy's face. If they don't do that, they're seen as weak, non-powerful, pathetic, I've even been called. And I can talk from personal experience, because as you guys can clearly see, and I'm not ashamed of it, I've got no muscle on me. I'm what's considered a stick. I'm proud of my stickiness. No pun intended. And that is so wrong in so many ways. And it needs to stop. And this is what International Men's Day is all about. It's about giving men the chance to come out into society and express their emotional, physical and mental health. To really tell us how they really are. Not a fake version of what they want to be, or what the internet portrays them to need to be. Now, don't get me wrong, if you want to go out there and get good muscles and protect your girlfriend from a bunch of dudes who are attacking her, please do. You have every right to do that. But please don't judge the people who don't want to do that. Don't judge the men who don't want to hit the gym every night. Don't judge the men who don't wear tracksuits and pants halfway down their legs. Because it has become a very big stereotype which is driving the men who don't want to do that insane. So today, I'm going to go through some tips of how we as a society and you as an individual can protect and stop men from getting this criticism and making men feel like they can't open up. As the hashtag goes, let's get men talking. Now, I'm not just doing this because, you know, I'm a big boy and I've got confidence and I can sit in front of a camera and ramble for hours. I'm doing it because it's a real societal issue. Scientists are saying that the issue expands much further than just the fact that men don't open up. It affects loving relationship, it affects their social life, and it leads men to suicide. That quiet guy that sits in the back of your class, doesn't say a word, doesn't get on with the fellas, is probably that guy. The thing is, that guy is not stupid. That guy's not poor. That guy's not weak. That guy doesn't have a girlfriend. Or does have a girlfriend, in fact. He's a normal human being. Considered a man, no matter how muscular, no matter how brave he really is. Now, my first tip for this, to get men talking, is encourage women and men, but I'm kind of mainly directing this at women, to encourage men, especially if you're dating them, to talk. Don't make them feel like they can't say things. Don't pressure them into things that they don't need to be pressured in. Don't make them feel like they need to be stereotyped into being muscular, into wearing certain types of clothes, into being brave, into not expressing emotion. Make them feel loved. Make them feel home. Tell them that you are there for them and they don't need to be a brick wall all the time. Be nice. I know it sounds so simple and so pathetic, but there's so many people out there, especially women, not being sexist, it's just a fact, that treat men like rubbish. Like they're some form of these powerful figures that they can use for their own demand. In a relationship, the man is this guy who apparently has to go and get the money, has to go and work while the wife has to stay at home. These old-fashioned traditions that make no sense. You're a couple, not a dude who's a slave and a mum who's, you know, just the commander. It's not the United States. It's a relationship. You're meant to work as a team. If the woman wants to go out and get a job, let her go get a job. If the man wants to stay at home and look after the kids and not go to the gym, let him do that. It's fine. So women, and young ladies out there especially, don't make men feel pressured. Your partner is allowed to express emotion, and if you're not letting him express emotion, I can tell you now with a load of certainty that that relationship is not going to last very long. And you don't have to believe me, but you can believe all the men out there who are currently in abusive relationships, who will tell you how hard it really is. And this kind of leads into equality. How would you women feel if you were told, and I'm not going to say this is not a thing, it probably already is a thing. I'm just not talking about that topic today. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, how would you feel if you women were told that you had to dress up nice all the time? That you have to look like Kim Kardashian, and, you know, life has to look like this Princess and Diana crap. I'm not saying that's not an issue, because a lot of women do feel pressured to do that. But it works both ways. If we're not going to pressure you into that, don't pressure men into being stereotypical either. Second tip, and this is not really for the kids, but this is more for the mothers and the fathers out there. Just because you have a little baby boy or a little baby girl, I'm kind of trying to relate this to both genders now, but mainly for the men, specifically for this video, don't make them feel like they have to obey by stereotypes. Please. The long-term damage you cause to that child by telling him he has to wear Adidas tracksuits and he has to be tough and making this perception that he's a rock-hard figure is life-changing. Make him feel loved. Allow him to explore the passions and the dreams that he wants to achieve, not what you put into his head. He doesn't need to be a replica of what you was as a child. He needs to be better. Let him pick the outfits. Let him decide how he wants his haircut done. Don't always think that, oh, that thing's broke in my house. Oh, that's a manly job, innit? Yeah, I'll get the boys to do that. I hate that stereotype. And my final tip to schools. Please encourage your young boys, do presentations, do campaigns. Talk to the boys out there and explain that it's okay to be open. Even show them this video. Please, guys. All the boys out there that are like, I want a really hot girlfriend. I want to be in a perfect relationship, living in a mansion together, and me driving around in a Lamborghini, taking her to her late night concerts. That dream is not gonna happen if you follow stereotypical ways. Because society has moved on. Men, you can express emotion. You can talk about how you feel. You can cry. You can not go to the gym every day. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, because it's healthy to be physically fit. But you don't have to look like all these great dudes on the internet. Yeah, it's a great physical physique, and if that's your dream, go ahead. But please don't feel pressured into doing that. Instead of connecting with this stereotype, connect with what you really want. Who you really are. What you really want to wear. How you really want to physically look. Because that is what will build you a great relationship and make you the happiest. What you'll find out is when you're striving to achieve all these posts on Instagram of these physically fit models, or these perfectly buff guys who apparently have no emotions, you will fail. I can be certain of that. There's not one man on this planet who has walked away in his deathbed and been like, yes, I never cried once, I promise you. No, I was a fit guy, never expressed emotion. If they ever said that, they were making it up. It's not normal behaviour. So guys, I encourage you today for International Men's Day to go out there and show your man and your boys some love. Get them talking. Allow them to express who they really are and not be this fake, stereotypical, hidden version which society has created. Because that's not the real him. If your dude comes up to you like, oi bro man, like, I've not got no muscles, I look pathetic bruv, like, I need this big chest, these big arms, I need to be swollen. Great, yeah, if that's what he really wants, go ahead, go and do that. But make sure it's not because he looked at an Instagram post and saw at the bottom in a quotation mark, boys who don't have this are weak, And then he was like to himself, oh, well, if this Instagram post says that I have to look like that, then I have to look like that. Please tell him that that's not true. Follow my key tips. Schools, talk to your boys, not just about sex education, not just about how to put a condom on, but about the true meaning of being a man and how to run a relationship, and explain what true masculinity is. And not what this fake version of social media is. Mothers, develop your kids so they understand the true meaning of who they really are and don't get attracted to this fake media rubbish. Because it's not healthy. So happy International Men's Day. Men, I'm striving for you. Go out there and be your true self to your best abilities. Because I can tell you now, the true version of you is the most open, most conflictual, most, open version of you can be. That's the version of you that everyone's gonna love. You just need to learn to open your heart up a bit. You're not gonna get battered around the face the minute you show a bit of weakness. No one's gonna tell you, or if they do tell you that you can't cry, then they're a bit of a loser. You are allowed to cry. You can cry as much as you want. I can tell you now from personal experience, having a good cry with someone is the best feeling in the world, and I come away from it feeling a bit refreshed. So change that instinctual mindset of a guy has to be muscular, tough and buff, to a guy is who they really are. A guy is what he wants himself to be. And no matter what that is, he will still be masculine, because he is still identified as a male, no matter what he looks like. So guys, for the final time today, happy International Men's Day. Go show your guys some love.